Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Escape Plan. And with this, I'm like 99% sure that I've covered the entirety of the Vita's launch library. I currently have like 4 videos from the Vita's launch library just sitting on my hard drive. This will be number 5, and then I can probably take 2 weeks off if I absolutely need to, which is nice. So this is a puzzle game. And it follows the exploits of 2 scientific experiments that got out and are wreaking havoc across some dude's place. Basically, you just need to get them out alive, more or less. Very simple set of controls here, and music and sound effects volume. There's a reason why the controls are so simple, we'll get to that. You can also come here to see some stats, and as you will be able to see once it hooks up to my Wi-Fi, I have played the game for about an hour and a half, a little bit less, because it counts time in the menus as well. And I've earned about 120 stars out of 480, so that's about 25%. I'll take it. If we scroll over, we can see that there's actually counts on deaths, which is actually kind of neat to see. And yeah, there's that. It's just neat that it's there. There are also signs hidden throughout the world. At first, I didn't even realize they were collectible signs. I just thought they were nice little background artistry to make the areas look a little bit more detailed. But no, they are actual signs, and you find them on different levels. And yeah, they're a little bit weird, but they're cute. There's plenty of them hidden around the levels, so you got 3 things up in the top right here. If we tap this one, it'll show us the More Adventures, which will show us the DLC expansions. And, well, this one here, Past Rocket Man to unlock Bakuki's Lair. I believe that's one I had for free. But the weird thing about the DLC for this game is that it was available for free for a couple of weeks, and then it got paid, and I got it all when it was free, and I never actually touched any of it, so there you go. They all add about, how many would that be? That would probably be about 21 levels apiece. And, the Asylum adds 18, which is not that bad. All things considered. Considering that the main game itself is probably around, how long would it be? 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60. Like 80 or 90 levels, maybe. You do also have challenge modes, including complete the entire game in less than 20 deaths, and keep your number of objectives down and escape as fast as you can for the best possible score. So there is a little bit going on in the way of precision and, you know, optimizing your runs. And this just takes you back to loading the game. Easy done. So let's just get started. We're going to go to the section select, because this is where you select your levels, and we're just going to go and pop back into the story where I am. There are multiple sections. There's Bakuki's Lair, which is the one they added. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the 5th main story section. But you also have 6, 7, 8, and then the DLC stuff. So there's a fair amount of levels if you have all the DLC, but it looks like you'll be able to get through the entire game pretty quick if you... it looks like you'll be able to get through the game pretty quick if you just slam through it like I normally would. So if you're not a fan of optimizing your runs, you might not be a fan of this one. At least not without the DLC. The DLC would add a fair bit of longevity. Him see hammer. Alright, I wonder what you're supposed to do here. So clearly this guy's got a little bit of a button going on here, but I wonder what that button is supposed to do. Oh dear. So that's all I had to do. I just had to avoid the hammer. That's nice. As you can see in the bottom left, you get a score, a time, and a star count of 3. Stars are entirely dependent on the amount of time you've taken to get through a level, I believe. The score is just how many taps and movements and whatever you use to get through the level, because, well, the way they make you control this game, there's one of the signs, by the way. The way they make you control this game normally is via nothing but touch. So you would swipe him to the right to make him go to the right. You swipe him to the left to make him go to the left. And you tap him to make him stop. This is kind of hard to deal with, and that was one of the main problems with the game when it came out. Thankfully, they added a couple of extra button-based controls, so you can use the left and right button to move him around, and you can stop him with... and you can stop him with the X button. Unfortunately, I didn't do that, and he fell to a very splattery death. That's pretty much all the deaths you get in this game. Unfortunately, it's not like Crash Bandicoot, where every individual death would have a unique death animation, but that is a thing. In case you're wondering why he looks like a bee as well, by the way, as it turns out, they actually have different costumes. Come on, get in the bubble, thank you. Up, thank you. Great. So generally the game is just this. Like, there is another character that we haven't run into just yet. Another character named Lil. This is Larg. And we need to get them out by any means possible. We find the way out and we send them over to her without getting them killed. That's pretty much the entire long and short of the game, in all honesty. So he just shows up here. Looks like we haven't run to Larg yet. That's unfortunate. Hopefully we will soon. A lot of stuff in this game can and will kill you, so you do need to be careful about that. And a fair amount of this game does appear to be stuff like this, which is just using things like gestures in order to get them through annoying obstacle courses. And considering that the game's controls don't really work for this whenever they're in bubble or, in Lil's case, fart mode, it's not particularly great. Double tap bubbles to pop them. Cool. They do also have a couple of extra abilities that can help, which is breaking through things like this by pressing the circle button. This doesn't help me out here because I died. And you can also interact with objects in the environment. Front taps and back taps do exactly what you expect them to if you think of yourself as God interfering with the environment. So if I'm tapping this from behind, obviously, it'll go out. And we just got to get them across these as fast as possible, because if we don't, hold position. What can we do from here? Oh look, sheep. Oh, almost had him. Okay. Come on, Mr. Sheepy. No, this way. No. See what I mean about the controls? Especially the rear touch ones. They can be a bit iffy at the best of times. Come on, Mr. Sheep. Keep going. We can trip him up. There we go. Looks like we're going to need to get another one down because that's a double wedge. Go on, Mr. Sheep. Go on. There's a good sheep. Done. And basically the entire game is just simplistic puzzles like this. You more or less can tell what you have to do in order to get either one or the other or both at the same time to the end. It's just figuring it out and doing it as efficiently as possible. Although usually you can figure it out pretty quick. So here's Lil. Lil is slightly different. Definitely not as much of a fat ass. But... ooh. Hang on. We should probably leave Lil off of this for the time being. Because we need to get this up. These guys are bad news. Ooh. Right. I think we understand what needs to be done now. But yes, these guys are bad news. We need to get these guys both on the platform and send them to their deaths. I really do appreciate the soundscape of this game, admittedly. The soundscape of this game is actually quite nice. It's a combination of really minimalistic sound effects that give a little bit of flair to what you're doing. It's always satisfying to get that little clap when you do something that is entirely pedestrian, but otherwise neat. There is more than one occasion in the game where you need to get a brick out of Lil's way, otherwise he will trip on it, fall, and crack his head open and die. And you get applauded once you do it. It's weird. And the music in the background is actually mostly classical, which is a weird choice, but I'll give them credit, it works. It actually works pretty well. Gives the game a little bit of flavor and atmosphere. So here is one of Lil's special abilities. He is entirely capable of puffing up like a balloon. I believe we're actually working our way back through... we have to use the motion sensor for this. You can't actually see this, but I am using the motion sensor. Just trying to make sure I don't end up going the wrong way. Yep, we just need to head straight up from here. Easy done. The graphical fidelity is... Well, I like these sketches they got going on in the background here as loading screens. They do look nice. It's just... Oh. Ouch. I do like the things they got going on in the loading screens. The actual games don't look as impressive. The actual levels, I should say, don't look as impressive, which is kind of disappointing in a way. Because it's close to looking really good, but it's just kind of minimalistic. They've got plenty of environmental details, and it looks nice enough. It's just... Bye. Sorry, Lil. It looks plenty nice as it does. It's just a little bit bare bones. This is helped out by some of the DLC levels definitely having a bit more in the way of environmental detail. They look way better. Also, nice fact about this game. You can literally skip any level you like. That was a pretty simple level, and I think you get the idea of what's going on in it. All I have to do is skip it, and I don't have to play it anymore, which is nice. Alright, what's going on here? We have 2 buttons. Power. Oh, I get it. You gotta keep them both in. Easy. Yeah, but... let me try that again. The DLC levels actually look a lot better, and once we play a couple of Lil and Larg levels at the same time to demonstrate how they work, I will demonstrate. Yeah, we can kind of see where that's going. Stick the platforms out, guide the guys under them with rear touchpad taps, and then just drop them out, and then just walk across. Pretty simple. I'm just trying to get to a Lil and Larg level so that we don't not see that. I think they let you skip as many levels as you like, which is interesting, but of course you don't get stars or finesse points for them. Well, that's a lot of Lil and Larg levels separate. It's not that different. I mean, you do have control over both of them, and you swap between them by using the L and R buttons, but outside of that, yeah, it's not that different. Sometimes you just have them doing different things. You know what? I don't like you. You wander onto that, and then I will... Oh. Okay. Never mind, let's just skip this one too. I'm going to get to a bloody Lil and Larg level. God forbid. Anytime now. Come on, give me a Lil and Larg level. Well, there's Larg, and there's Lil. Okay, so what do we have to do here? We have chopping blades. We have a way out. And I have to come to appreciate something right now. I've been recording videos for over 6 years, and that's the first time Audacity has ever crashed mid-recording. The first time. I swear on me mum. I hope I managed to recover that audio file properly. If I did, this is where you'll be hearing it. So, returning to the problem at hand, we have fan blades, we have pushable grates, I assume. And we have our exit over on the right there. Now, it would be very easy to get Lil out of this situation, I believe. Easy done. So now we just need to find a way to get Lil down the bottom without causing too much of an issue. So stop right there. What if I push this out and drop you down? Okay, you lived through that. Will you live through slightly longer? No, you won't. Alright, that's interesting. So, I guess now we need to find a way to get Lil down the bottom without him dying. Which is an interesting concept. So, what happens if I push this one out? Are you serious? Is this what they're going to make me do now? Okay. Lil. Now, it's entirely possible I'm incorrect about this, but let's just see if these blades won't kill me. Nope, they still kill me. What about the flat side? Oh wait, no, there wouldn't be a flat side that I could, Oh no, there is a flat side that I could exploit. Oh, well, yeah, we'll get Larg out of here, and we can swap to Lil while we're working on this, because Larg will be gone by the time that we are in the position to test this out. Right, so hang on. Stop there. Oh. Well, at least we know the non-sharp side will not kill us. It's a really good start, actually. So now if I push this down, can I get Lil down to the bottom? Yes! Double yes. Okay. So now we just stop Lil right here. And get Larg back here as well, so that he doesn't die when the... Oh boy! Okay, Larg, you keep walking that way, dear. Alright. There we go. It's a very simple game, and I think that's the major issue with it. Pretty much everything is already on screen. You know what you need to do, you just need to maneuver them through, and it's entirely possible that might be too easy for you. Just practically seeing the solution in front of your eyes and basically just having to follow through, with the major problem with the game being the controls. Combining the left and right movement, just combining everything the game makes you do. Like, sometimes you have to do stuff like this, where you have to hold something on the touchscreen while navigating, like, little Larg over here to do this. And then just trying not to die while trying to do all of this in the same process is just... It can be a little bit frustrating and feels like you need 3 hands. That is probably the major issue with the game, and that's the controls. If there were easy ways about that, it would be easy to recommend. But, well, honestly, it's not that hard to recommend anyway, because it's still a neat idea, and if you're fine with the idea of the puzzles not being particularly hard, then you'll probably be okay. Alright, so okay, so Lil made it through. Can I tap this button? Indeed I can. What did it do? It stopped that. So now I just need to swap back to Larg and get him on through. Yeah, the major problem is just that it's simple, and the majority of the difficulty comes from navigating the controls. That's pretty much the entire game in a nutshell, more or less. While the puzzles are usually pretty clever and have a good amount of mechanics that mix in with each other to keep it from not being too boring, and you can just skip levels and come back to them if you feel like it, yeah, I can see why this would be I can see why this wouldn't appeal to people, but if you're looking at it and you think, oh, this is a neat idea, I could probably get along with this, you'll probably be fine. If you're fine with the challenge being more in getting there than figuring it out, you'll be absolutely fine. Let's go and have a look at some of the DLC levels. I don't think it matters which one we pick, we just pick one and go. I think I'll go with Director's Cut though, because it's definitely the more visually impressive. So we'll just head all the way over to the end for Director's Cut. Spank You Very Much is just another one of the little inflating obstacle courses, which I'm not a fan of, so we're going to go with Let's Have a Tiki. And I can just skip levels if I feel like it. We'll just do these levels for a tiny little bit. There is more than enough to keep you occupied for a few hours if you get to the game with all the DLC at least. And I imagine when the game does go on sale, it plus the DLC probably wouldn't be too bad in the usual price ranges. I believe this game also made it to PS3. It might have also come alive on PS4, but I'm not sure. This is a weird level. So hello these guys. I just want to get that fourth guy on the raft. Now I want to bring the raft over. Because wind. Three in one shot. Goddamn, son. Alright. Let's get that raft over there. As you can see, trying to do things all at the same time, like keeping an eye on whatever it is that you are trying to move, while at the same time also trying to do something like move Lil or whatever, you know, just combining all these things together can be a bit intense. Go, 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 go. But with enough tenacity, you make it. Easy done. Move that ash. This level's actually kind of annoying because the elevators work a bit weird, but here's the drill. I'm just going to tell you how to do this one. You move this guy onto the lift and bring him down into this cavern so he's out of the way, because they will shoot you if you get in sight. Press that button. That'll allow this guy to move over to the elevator, which will drop him down there and just head to the exit. I tried that level a couple of times while I was playing through, and it just, I kept having problems with the elevator physics, so it just kept dying because I was putting the elevator up just a little bit too early, and yeah. So yeah, this one's actually pretty simple, but it's got a nice little twist to it. You use the fan to bring the platforms up, and you gotta try and keep them up, but at the same time, you also have to keep an eye on this middle platform. Excuse me. Because the middle platform actually has these saves on it, and the saves will actually go down faster, which will electrocute him. But yeah, you get the general idea on that one. I have been at a little bit faster than that. It's all more or less the same mechanics in the DLC, just put together in different ways, which, you know, not bad, really. Just, you know, if you're hoping for something completely new, you'll kind of be disappointed. It's another little minor level. We'll do this one and then we will call the video off, shall we? You can also see the deaths up in the... Oh dear. You can also see the deaths up in the top left and top right. And their default costumes. There are many different costumes in this game. Some of them are free with the DLC, some of them are paid, and some of them are... What's the word I'm looking for? Some of them are challenges. Like, get through XYZ without having died or something, you know? Just simple challenges like that. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Splat. At least this DLC tries to change things up a bit, which in terms of at least the presentation, which I can appreciate. Although, this level here really does look like your traditional level until you look in the background and realize it's closer to a movie set. Oh god, what do they want you to do here? Okay, so I assume that we want Lil to go and stand on this platform for a bit. hell just killed me? Oh, I don't know, we'll skip it. Screw it, we'll let you see as many levels as possible just so you get the general idea. You already got a full overview of this one. So skip. And this will be the last one because we're about to hit the half-hour mark and, well, you've seen pretty much everything there is to see at this point. Spin Dizzy. So, just a log level, this one, okay. So, we've got a guy over there who'll shoot us. We can interact with that stuff in the background. The sheep just died. I don't know if that sheep was important, which means I'm a little worried. One down. I think that's a switch that he needs to stand on. Okay, log, stop moving. Oh. Damn it. Alright, you get the idea. Just get all the dudes out of the way and find his way to the exit. That poor sheep. Where is the exit? Up there? Right, so you'd have to put them up. Yep, lift, then you'd have to get the yeah, it's just it's a relative, well, I say it's a relatively simple platforming challenge. It's actually got a lot of moving parts, but you get the idea. That's pretty much how every level in the game goes, more or less. So we're just going to end it off here, because if I spend too long trying to get through these puzzles, well, I just show how bad I am at video games. So that was a look at Escape Plan. It's more of a doing puzzle platformer than a thinking puzzle platformer. You more or less have the idea of what you need to do and you just need to execute it. And while the controls are a little bit shit in that regard, at the same time, using a combination of buttons and the touchscreens whenever you need to does make the game relatively more playable than it was back when it launched. And trust me, I would know. I believe I actually did play this back at launch. It's just worth noting that, yeah, you don't get much base content and you should probably wait for it to go on sale with all the DLC, but at the same time, once you get that, then there's a fair amount of content to be had, and if you enjoy the concept, well, it's a pretty decent game at it. I could've... Yeah, I did show off the costumes, didn't I? I did do all 3 of those. Damn recording breaks. It's not my fault that it crashed. And so if I go for, I'm with Cupid, finishing 50% director's cut, Timeless. Not entirely sure what that outfit is meant to be. Lost Claws. Tourist. Flower Power. Cute. And the default outfit is one with a number on it. And the number actually goes up as you die, which is kind of neat. And that's just for Lil. There are also similar outfits for Larg. So yeah. It's not bad. Wait for it to go on sale if you like the concept and get all of it in the DLC all at the same time and you'll probably be fine. This has been Blue Maxima and I will see you all next time.